going on, everyone, and welcome to SLR F1 2017 T1 League, and it's round 2 where we are at Shanghai in China. If you missed the last episode, then go into the playlist and it should be there for the Australian Grand Prix, which was quite a dramatic Grand Prix as two of the championship favourites came together in Technica and Randy Thompson, as Technica ran deep and then Randy got hit by Technica, who came back on, and it was a surprise win of actually mocking me, who came across the line to get his first SLR win in any sort of way, shape or form. He hasn't actually won a community race either, and he's now got his first league race win as Nene. Could have had that win but didn't quite have it, with that kid hard in second, and then he actually did get third place. So without further ado, let's head over for qualifying for the Chinese Grand Prix. So here we are for the qualifying comparison for the Chinese Grand Prix between Mocking Meeks and Tumas 53. So as we go across the line to start our flying lap, we go into turn 1 and you carry as much speed as you possibly can, running the curb sometimes. As you can see, Mocking Meeks has done that, carry as much speed as possible. As you can see, traffic down inside of Tumas, which might be a good thing for him because it runs him a little bit wider so he can get more of a better exit on the corner, the second part of the corner. But going down to the end of the first sector, as you can see, they are very even indeed, but I would say Mocking Meeks just about has it. Brake as late as you dare down into third gear to limit the wheel spin, and then going down into this pretty flat right hand, here in qualifying, but in the race it'll be a shift down. And then this is probably one of the most difficult corners on the track. You're shifting down while turning and braking, which is very difficult to do on this game without locking up. But they both take it quite smoothly, as Tumas actually runs slightly wide, which gives Mocking Meeks the slight advantage again, as Tumas was faster through the other section. Again, brake as late as you dare. As you can see, that Mocking Meeks took it in third, and Tumas would drop down to second there to get it turned in. But going on to one of the longest straights in Formula 1, except for probably Baku. Open DRS, open it perfectly, but Tumas didn't actually do that. He did it a little bit hesitantly, and a brake as late as you dare into the last corner. As you can see, Tumas actually takes the wider line, which gets him a little bit of a better exit instead of taking a tighter line from Mocking Meeks. So quite interesting. But as you can see, Tumas carries way more speed than Mocking Meeks, and that means he can beat him with 133.4 compared to Mocking Meeks' 133.52. So heartbreak for Mocking Meeks in the end. So just let's have a look at the rest of the qualifying results. So as you can see, Technica took another pole position for him, with Randy in second, Tumas in third, Mocking Meeks in fourth, Alan in fifth, Ninja Hazard sixth, Infinite March seventh, Nene in eighth, Triple Thing ninth, That Kid Ives 10th, and Caddes in 11th. So without further ado, let's head off to the race for the Chinese Grand Prix. So here we are for the Chinese Grand Prix for SLR, round 2 of the SLR Championship. In the F1 League. Obviously, last time out it was Mocking Meeks who took a surprise win from Nene through to 7. We're hoping for exactly the same here. We could have another different winner here for China, and hopefully we could have a exciting race around a track that can be very attractive for racing. But as you can see now, we're heading to 5 red lights. And it's lights out, and we are go. As you can see, we're on board with, I think that's Tumas. I'm going to open my screen. Tumas alongside Randy Thompson. He goes around the outside, does Tumas. On Randy into P2, and Randy manages just about to carry enough speed through, but now takes the outside line, obviously, through Tumas's inside line. They're still side by side, but Randy with some superb bit of defending there manages to keep the position from Tumas, but Tumas decides to go around the outside of the next corner. Can he hang it around the outside? He's going to run a little bit wide. Will Randy manage to keep it? For the time being, they're still going side by side, going into the next section, but Tumas gets the inside line and Randy has to just give it up, unfortunately for him in the Toro Rosso. But Technica gets away well this time, instead of like Australia where he made a big crash with Randy. He gets away fine this time from the lead. But Tumas is up to second with a superb piece of racecraft to get past Frandy. But as you can see, he's all over the shop into that corner, and as you can see, Frandy's going to get the run on him as he runs wide, and he basically just gives the position to Frandy, obviously. And behind, Mockymix actually got a bad exit, otherwise he'd have probably got 2 Mas as well. But we're on board with 2 Mas now, Rich Revs, no one up. We're going to go on board with Nene 057, who's looking at his former teammate Ninja Hazard in the Mercedes. As you can see, there's a bit of contact up ahead between Alan and Mockymix. A bit of slow driving from Mockymix has made Alan lose a bit of his front wing. But here goes Nene, obviously down the inside of Alan. Alan's lost, in the space of a couple of corners, lost 2 positions to Nene and Ninja Hazard. But here goes Chopper Thing. That's an optimistic move, and he punts the side of, I think that's Alan, yeah, punts the side of Alan. And nearly kills Infinite March in the process. There must have been a driver error there from him, must have missed the board or something. But going on to lap 2, we have Frandy running wide. Oh god, he's running wide. He's on the grass. Will he spin it? No, he just about keeps it. Nearly span it back into the path of 2 Mas, who got past Frandy again. And now we've got Mockymix punting the back of Frandy there. Just trying to push him around the corner, just trying to get space to get around him, but the Torso proves to be too wide. But we're on board with Nene 057, looking at the back of Ninja Hazard, and Ninja Hazard's actually run wide when Nene takes the road. Oh, there's very nearly contact there. Nene actually wheel spins it out of the corner, which has been very scary for Ninja Hazard, but he backs out. But he goes down the inside of the next corner. Nene leaves the room for him, and they're going side by side, so keep going side by side, and then Ninja Hazard seemed to have lost the back end or something along those lines and dropped back, unfortunately for him. Going on to lap number 4, we've got 2 Mas and Frandy going at it yet again. Because Frandy tries it down the inside, not particularly wise move at this point, and then he tries doing like this switchback behind him, and it seems to be working out for 2 Mas quite well, as he's placing his car perfectly onto the track, exactly where Frandy doesn't want it. But Frandy does what 2 Mas did the other time, but then pulls out and goes and does the switchback on him. He's mugged 2 Mas right off there to get the position. That's Frandy. 2 Mas won't be happy with his defending there. Locked up, expected him to go wide, but he didn't. Did the cutback, and that's the end of that. But now we've got Mockymix on the back of 2 Mas. So after that little mistake from 2 Mas, 2 Mas will be looking at Mockymix right behind him, and he'll be crapping himself as he loses the back end. The back end did not want to go into the corner, and that gives Mockymix the position, and he's up into the podium spots. So 2 Mas has lost 2 positions in the space of half a lap. So not a very good lap for him. But on the end of the lap, he comes into the pits. Nearly actually does Lewis Hamilton, but there's no gravel there anymore, so it doesn't happen. He won't just beat you in the gravel like before, but it comes into bits, and he's going to be going on to another set of super softs. So I'm presuming he'll be going super soft, and that'll be the end of the race. Be interesting to see how the 1-stop compares to the 2-stop in this race. It's a lot closer than Australia. Australia was definitely a 1-stop. But it'd be nice to see what happens. But we're going back on board with Triple Thing with another optimistic move down the inside of Infinite March this time, but he makes the move stick, and that's Triple Thing up into P7 ahead of Infinite. The Italian of Tripper hasn't had a great start to the season, needs a good result. A top 5 will do him perfectly here, but he's got Ninja Hazard just ahead, and Infinite's trying to fight back, going around the outside, but it just wasn't to be for him. Or was it? Or was it? No, this is Alan actually, should I say. I'm not talking about Infinite March. It's Alan going around the inside. As you can see, Alan there, fighting back is Alan, doing some brilliant moves. That was pretty decent from Alan, to force Tripper not to try and get back at him on the exit of the corner. But obviously Tripper's got DRS now. Will he get back at Alan? Or is Alan doing a well enough job? It looks like he did do a well enough job as we cut away to Frandy pitting on lap number 9, and he will be probably going on to a set of softs. Obviously he'll be wary of 2 Mas doing the undercut, but he'll probably go on to a set of soft tyres, no, mediums for Frandy. I keep forgetting that I thought it was ultra soft, ultra soft, super softs, and softs for this. There's the allocation, but there's mediums to go on. So he went on the mediums, as you can see. Coming into the pits is Chopper, right behind Ninja Hazard. So this will be interesting. So who comes out on top, Ninja Hazard or Chopper Thing? As you can see, Ninja goes into his Mercedes pit box. So technically he has the advantage because he went in first and he was ahead. And there goes Chopper Thing. He'll be hoping the Sauber crew do a perfect pit stop for him. And he doesn't engage the clutch. I think he actually got held because of Ninja Hazard coming out the pit lane. But yeah, it was unfortunate for Chopper at that point. And here we go, and you see that front right locking up, and that forces him around. And it's actually a good save from Nene. He gets off the throttle altogether to try and save the car. As you can see, his tyres 59% at this point on them super softs. So he's going a long way into Grand Prix on them. So that set of tyres. But on board with Mocking Weeks is looking at Friendly Thompson. And he's going around the next corner and he puts on the throttle and he's gone round, and oh, that is heartbreak after what happened in Australia where he won the race. He's got a bit of bad luck there where he spun the wheels up just too much and he's gone round. And he's got Nene coming past now, seeing he's stranded. Mocking me just sat there almost, but he gets past, and that's Nene up into P3 temporarily. Obviously he's got pit. But coming into bits, obviously Mocking Mix is now making his pit stop to change his front wing. Why I'm so tired. So that's unfortunate for Mocking Weeks. He'll be hoping for better for the rest of the race and the rest of the season. Obviously, he could be up there as one of the title contenders after what happened in Australia. I keep saying him for some reason. But he comes out the pits and he's on his merry way. We're going on board with Nene, who's coming into the pits and finally gets rid of them super soft tyres. Probably one of the later pits for Nene compared to the rest of the grid. And I'm presuming he'll be going onto the medium tyre and going onto in like Frandy, like Ninja did. My dog's attacking the door. And he's coming out on the medium tyres and will go right to the end of this race. 18 laps, that's about what the mediums can do. Could probably do about 20 laps on the mediums. So hopefully with fresh tyres it'll be a bit quicker. But down the inside goes Triple Thing on Ninja Hazard, but he didn't actually realise that Ninja Hazard running wide, and then he ran wide, and but Triple managed to get the position. And he's got Alan ahead of him now. And as you can see, Tumas is making his second stop of the race, and he'll be going on to the soft tyre now. And we'll see how he gets on. Now he's going on to softs, and he's going to leave the pits, and it looks like he's going to be coming out in third place ahead of Nene. Or is Nene going to come past? Here comes Nene. It's actually be fairly close here, and he releases the pit limiter, and Nene just about goes past. That's bad news for Tumas, because now could be held up behind Nene now. And as you can see, as he gets up to the back of Nene won't let this go out of fact, because this is a legitimate fight for a podium at this point on lap 15. So as you can see, Tumas is readying to fire his missile and dive bomb down. It looks like the outside now, because Nene is running so narrow, just trying to defend. But as you can see, that red arrow is still there. It means Nene is still side by side with him, and Tumas didn't quite expect that on the exit as he run deeper, and Nene gets the position back and he's up into P3. But for how long? Because Tumas has now got DRS again, and Nene is going to take the inside line again, and he's going to try and force him to the outside. They're going too wide through this section, which is not advised, but they're still going too wide, and all the way through the corner, and he still hangs on, and he actually goes for a move now, forces Nene wide, and Tumas has made the move down the inside, which was the outside. He's made it the inside, and Tumas has now got the position on Nene by keeping his nose in. But Tumas is a lot more wise compared to where he was at the beginning of the Grand Prix, because Nene did try doing a switchback there, but Tumas managed to cover it off. At this point, on lap 16, it looks like Nene will just have to settle the fourth at this point. Alan is a bit further back now on the track. As you can see, Mocking Weeks has not had a great day, and he's in the wall again. He's lost half the front wing, and he's coming to the pits, and it's not a great day for Mocking Weeks. He's lost his front wing, half of his front wing twice, and he's had to pit twice, and that means that he's not a bad day. Frandy actually nearly loses it and bins it on the last straight, but Frandy actually comes home and gets his first podium of the season behind Technica, who actually won the race. So well done. Great bounce back from Technica, but in P3 is Tumas after storming through the field again after doing his two-stop, gets third place ahead of Nene, who will be coming across the line in fourth. So another great result from Nene, which means he's right up there with the title contenders. At this point, obviously he'll have 30 points now. So he may be in the lead of the championship, but great result from him. And then Super Thing is going to come home in 6th place for the Sauber team, and Alan is in 5th. And in 8th place, after a terrible race, it will be Mocking Weeks coming home. Obviously, Ninja Hazard came home in 7th as well. So here we come, Mocking Weeks, final cut across the line. Obviously, Infinite March disconnected, so because he's got bad internet. So Mocking Weeks rounds out the rest of the finishers. So here is a list of all the finishers. We've got Technica with his first SLR win, league race win, and it puts him right up there in the championship now. Frandy gets 2nd, Tumas in 3rd, Nene, a great result for him, in 4th, Alan in 5th, Triple Thing in 6th, Ninja Hazard in 7th, Mocking Weeks in 8th, Infinite March 9th, Masida, who wasn't even meant to be in the race, and Candas in 11th. So, after the Chinese Grand Prix, this is how the standings look in the Drivers' Championship. Mocking Weeks retains his lead despite a poor race from him, with Frandy in 2nd, 1 point behind, Technica in 3rd, 2 points behind, also Nene and Tumas also 2 points behind. It's very, very close up there now at the top of the standings, and sets up for a fantastic Bahrain Grand Prix next week. Also we have Alec Kadives in 6th and 18, who unfortunately disconnected, Alan in 7th, Ninja Hazard in 8th, Triple Thing 9th, and rounding out the top 10 is Santu Jistu. So now moving on to the Constructors' Championship, we have Torreso, who have already taken a sizable lead in the Constructors, ahead of the Mercedes of Ninja Hazard and Technica. In 3rd is the Renault of Alan and Kadives. 4th is in the Williams with 29 points. In 5th we've got Red Bull, 6th Sauber, 7 McLaren, 8 is Force India, 9th is Ferrari, and 10th is Haas. Force India, Ferrari and Haas also have no points whatsoever. So after this Chinese Grand Prix, looking at the championship, it's going to set up an absolute fascinating Bahrain Grand Prix next week. So hopefully you guys will stick around for that. And I have nothing else to say, but I'm Nene047, and we are out.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my hand.